Hello, wonderful beings. Welcome to Tea Tarot. This is Simona, and this is going to be a reading for the collective energies which are coming to the earth with the new moon. So I've already laid the cards, and I'm gonna start with the message in a bit. I just want to let you know that this video will be a little bit different because at the end of the reading, at the end of the transmission of the cards, I'm gonna offer a very short restorative movement session to help you anchor these messages, to help you anchor the energies, and to, if you want to do that, stick around. I really encourage you to start your morning or finish your day tomorrow when the new moon is on 10th. And just give yourself a lot of love, nourishment, care, and stay present with what is arising. The moon is in Cancer, so the theme is emotions, emotional balance, finding the emotional balance, paying attention to your emotions, paying attention to what is happening, how are things affecting you, like things in your life, situations in your life, how are they affecting your emotions. No more bypassing, no more numbing ourselves. This new moon is really squeezing us tightly so we can address, so we can look within and find what our emotions are communicating. Like, for example, are we sad? Are we depressed? Have we been too busy and not noticing our exhaustion, our need to be alone? So sitting with that sadness, sitting with this, overwhelming emotions will give you plenty of information of what you need to do in order to take care of yourself, in order to transmute the energy. Okay, so let's crack on with the reading. So I'm using 3 different decks. I'm using the Marseille deck, I'm using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I'm using a very interesting deck someone gave me. I'll show you. It's called Tarot Lukumi. I'm trying to read it, but it's in Spanish. Okay, I can't read it. So it's a very interesting deck. It's based on the archetypes, the characters, the orishas, or that's the deities in a particular, shamanic witchcraft tradition. Yeah, that's going to be interesting working with these archetypes. Okay, let's crack on. So the first thing which comes as I'm looking at the cards is really dropping into the heart, really paying attention to the emotional body. Really, like, it feels like the divine feminine is rising, and this masculine, the toxic masculine, the one that, well, I don't want to use toxic. It's not toxic because there is place for these 2 masculines when they're upright. There is place for this action, for this order, for this, like, orientation towards financial, gains, stability, building something, ruling something, controlling. There is place for this energy, but not at the moment. At the moment, we need to drop these energies away. We need to completely, because if we stay there, they become toxic. They will knock us off balance, because what is needed is to stay here in the water element, in the heart, in being present with our emotions, finding the balance within, holding space for each emotion, for each feeling which arises: sadness, anger, resentment, anxiety, negativity, or over positivity. I hope that's a word. So really, really holding space and really noticing, being present there, being the observer, being the third presence within everything that is happening inside. That's what this king brings to us. This is what we are invited, and this is where our stability, true stability, comes in. And Cancer is about stability. Where is our stability? Where is our security? Not even stability, security. How can we feel secure in our relationships, in our homes, in our families, in our jobs? Where is our security? And I feel like this is what these guys are saying. Your security is within yourself, within your like by being present with your own emotions, with your own emotional body, you find the stability, security there. And it's really interesting because this archetype, the King of Cups, is incredibly compassionate and loving energy, loving masculine, like divine loving masculine, which holds space, I feel, for this massive transition which is happening in the divine feminine collective energy at the moment. I feel like there's the rise of the divine feminine with this new moon. I mean, it's been happening for quite a long time now, and it's been accelerated since the pandemic started. But I feel like at the moment with this new moon, there is the opportunity to allow, to really tap into that energy, to really utilize that rise of the divine feminine and find it within yourself, within your circumstances, anchor it within your life, all areas of your life. So what these are saying here is that the divine masculine is being called within yourself. This is not somewhere outside of you. I mean, on a global scale also this is being asked in the collective energy, but we're talking about, let's focus on you individually, because that's how you contribute to the collective. Okay, so what is being asked is our masculine energy, our masculine self, which is organizing, ordering, working, showing up in the world, creating things, taking action, pushing forward, stuff like that, controlling, managing. That one is asked to step aside and to free space for the sorry, the glare is awful, for the for the masculine to step into the heart and to step up as a support for this incredible process which is happening in our divine feminine energy, the rising of this feminine, of this flowing, free flowing, creative, fully expressed, emotionally tapped into the emotions, the emotional body, into the waters of our psyche. Holding space for that rise, holding space for this feminine to find ways to express within our lives. So it's really interesting. We start with, it's a total emergence. It's total emergence. It's totally showing, stepping into the world, being birthed naked, free, naked, free, open, true, no facades, no hiding, none of that, vulnerable, honest with ourselves, about our own process, and fiercely loving ourselves through these processes, and expressing that talking about that, sharing it, not hiding it. This is what's happening. This is who we are. This is what we're completing. This is what we're stepping into. There's no shame in it. Exactly the opposite. So yeah, very interesting. There is a strength card is here, another very powerful feminine force here, showing the true strength of the divine feminine, the power. Like, I'm getting a few energies here because we have the Ten of Wands underneath, but then we have the Magician underneath too. Okay, so let me show you. So I'm getting a few energies here. I'm getting like an ending of working too hard, of doing things too much, of holding too much, because the strength card can manifest in that way. We can, like, the strength card can be the one that asks us to not asks us, but like we enter into this space of holding too much, being the strong one, almost like a martyr energy, like or almost like a show off of our strength. And this is obviously when I say show off, this is subconsciously manifesting like some of us may really be showing it off, who knows. Yeah, there could be like the caution here could be to not hold too tight, not to control too much the beast within, the lion that wants to roar, wants to express, wants to cry, wants to shout, wants to, I don't know, be super negative and super down or whatever it is, you know. Like, we need to sacrifice something. We need to let these ones go. We need to put down that energy of holding too many things at the same time. Okay, we need to really let go of that in order to step into this fresh new energy of manifestation and manifesting what we desire. Okay, which is the ease, flow, freedom, liberation. So there is a theme of liberating ourselves from the constrictions of our minds, of our conditioning, of our learned emotional reactions and behaviors as well. Like, really liberating, really completing the cycles here and stepping through the door into a fresh new energy, which allows us to be truly free, fully free in our expressions. Okay, I feel that some of us might have worked too hard, keeping busy, building one step after another, laying the blocks, laying the foundations for something, like harnessing that energy of manifestation, but in a very slow, that's not a judgment, in a very like steady and sturdy way, growing, keeping our focus on the task at hand. And I feel that we're being asked to, that's fine, like there's nothing wrong with it, within that, but we're being asked to pay attention. How do we feel? How does this work make us feel? This, this path we're walking towards achieving our goals, our dreams, how does it make us feel? Does it nourish us? Where is the nourishment? Where is the Where's the fulfillment? Where's the security in our lives? So not forgetting. I feel that this is the energy I'm getting. Not forgetting that along this path of building the life we want, we need to be in tune with our inner world, with our inner child, with our emotions, with our feelings, and always check in, how does this make me feel? Do I feel okay? And if I don't feel, you know, in alignment, if I don't feel um, easy and free and liberated, where does this come from? Why is it there? And just sitting and holding space, because that will show us what we truly need in the particular moment. And this doesn't mean that we have to quit our jobs and our relationships. And for some of us this is what the solution would be. But for some of us, it's the actual energy of neglecting yourself, of not looking at your emotional body, of not holding space for yourself, which is the actual issue. And the external world doesn't have to literally be managed, because it's not about the external world, it's about what is within at the moment. It is about the energy within, transmuting that energy, unblocking the emotional body, letting the emotions be free and be expressed and be felt, having almost like having a catharsis. So letting them out of your body, of your energy field. It will be a very powerful, I feel that this time with the new moon is a really, really, really powerful time for unbottling stored feelings, letting them out of your system. And this is what will free space for this, emergence, for this completion, and this emergence into a completely new energy. Okay, so let's get back on track here. Yeah, we're being asked to really pay attention to what is it we are thinking, what is our energy, what is it we're feeling, what is it we are visualizing, what is it we're expressing, what is it we're waiting for as well. And I think that for a lot of us, some themes around security and stability are coming up with the King of Pentacles. It could be financial, it could be in your relationships, it could be in your jobs, it could be in your health too. Like really, really wanting, really, really needing that stable foundation which provides us with safety from where we grow. And that's why in the beginning I was talking about the masculine and the feminine, the masculine being there to hold space for the feminine, because the feminine needs, our feminine energy needs stability in order to fully show herself, to fully express herself, and to fully create. She's the greatest creator. This is where we create from. This is where we birth from. This is how we manifest, by activating the feminine within. But in order to activate that feminine energy, we need the balance. Like the masculine needs to be also there, fully aware and holding space for this energy to move through, being the container, being the sturdy foundation. So I feel that these are the themes we're working with at the moment, like liberating ourselves from pain, from heartache, walking away from toxicity in our lives, from energy which is draining us, energy which we may feel as if it's like enslaving us, trapping us in a way. Where are these energies? Where does it? What does it mean to you? Why is it there? How does it make you feel? Like, pay attention, how does it make you feel, and really allow these emotions to be expressed. Really allow these emotions to guide you. Really allow that catharsis to happen, because this will then bring the clarity we need um, in order to move forward, in order to liberate ourselves, in order to have this victory. In order to have this 10 of Cups fulfillment, nourishment, healing, community, family. And all that comes from within. When we are nourished, when we are happy with our own communion with ourselves, our own community, unity with ourselves, then we can build healthy, strong, nourishing communities and families. So I think that the theme here is, overall, the theme is allow completion to happen, allow ending these cycles of the two of swords, but in reverse, like finally taking action, finally. And when I say taking action, it's not physical action outside in the world, although that could be the case, but taking action from within, taking action here, looking within, casting the light in, and illuminating all the dark corners in order to free ourselves from this mental entrapment, these conditioning beliefs, these fears maybe, which hold us back. It's time to let them go. It's time to move away from that, because this is creating too much pain. It's creating too much heartache. It's creating, it's preventing us of going through a deep transformation. So don't be afraid to experience endings. It's inevitable. It is happening already. So don't be afraid to allow this, to cooperate with the Death card, to cooperate with this ending of cycles. Allow it, invite it to come and to guide you towards the things within which are needing to be let go of, to be transmuted, to be loved. Oh my God, yes, because love is the greatest power of all. Love is the greatest strategy towards transmuting any negative, any heavy energy. The more we fight these energies within ourselves, or even in the external world, the more conflict we create, and the more opposition and friction, and the more that escalates and escalates and escalates until it's just completely unbearable. When you love that energy, when you give, that difficult energy love, you turn it into love. You transform it into love. You change. I was listening to this very beautiful meditation just earlier by Matt Kahn, and he was giving this example with a girl who was sending love, sitting on a paper with lots of hearts. I think that's what it was, and sending love to the world and to all the monsters out there. And that is the greatest strategy, I think, because the monsters cannot be transformed if we fight them. The monsters can be transformed within and without. They can be transformed only by literally loving the shit out of them, okay? Just like loving them so much that they're being completely blasted by that unconditional love. We're talking about, imagine like parts of yourself that you don't like about yourself, loving them so hard, illuminating them with so much unconditional love, it's absolutely impossible for that energy not to be transformed and to become love, to become part of the same energy. We are all energy. So what energy are we projecting out there, and what energy are we giving to ourselves? Okay, back to the reading. I feel like there's a few more things which I can't tell you. Okay, so take time to nourish yourself, to evaluate what is it you need. This is very, 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 very important. This Cancerian energy is really asking us to be within the heart, and to be really good to ourselves, really accepting to our process, and to give ourselves whatever it is we need. Alone time, perfect. Sacred time, perfect. Make a ritual, make a ceremony, sit with a candle, do some tarot, I don't know, write down your intentions, write down what you're letting go of. Really work with this energy. It's very potent. This new moon feels really, really potent for manifestation, for letting go, liberating ourselves, and really setting on a new path of alignment, of grace, of ease, of flow, and of self-love. Okay, so give yourself some rest. We don't have to be everywhere, shining light and sharing our energies with friends, with family, with work, with colleagues. We don't have to do all of it. It's time to slow down, to nourish, to fill your cups, to find your security and your stability, and work with the universe, work with this fortune, wheel of fortune, work with it, set intentions, as I said, and step into this place of you here. This figure, this being is not, it's on top of the wheel. He doesn't, the wheel spins and these figures are going all around, but he doesn't. He's the sturdy one. Okay, so realize that we are this, and whatever is happening, there's always parts of us which will be going up and down, up and down, up and down, but we can be here. Our consciousness can be here, observing it all and holding space for these processes, for these other characters within ourselves. Okay. I just keep getting the same thing. Fulfillment, security, stability. Find that within yourself with small actions of self-love each day. Take time for yourself. No more scattering your energy here and there. No more trying to control outcomes. No more trying to manifest things. No more of that. That's not how manifestation works. It works from within, by transmuting the energy within, and that's when the world starts to mirror back the same energy that you're in. So it's time to stop doing whatever you're doing if the rewards or the fruits are not ripening, and to drop all the burdens, to drop all the heavy energy, and to focus on yourself, on nourishing yourself and holding yourself. Because that's where your stability is. This is where true abundance, true alignment, true expression comes from. And this is how, and you will be surprised how quickly the world will change and shift your perception of the world and your circumstances. And suddenly you will feel a lot more free and energetic and ready to tackle the things which are not quite, what you want them to be in your external world. First is the work within. From there, you can move outwards and manage what needs to be shifted. Okay, I think that's what I have for you guys. I hope this made sense. If you want to stay for the restorative movement, please feel free. It's going to be very short and very gentle practice, more of a little bit of like combination of qigong and contemporary dance kind of warm up. We'll see whatever comes. So I'm just gonna move the laptop so you can see me better. So put comfy clothes if you have something which is not very comfy and it's too dark, and let's crack on. So I will post a link to the playlist which I'm listening to. It's very meditative, very beautiful energy. You might be able to hear it. Okay, so just grab your spot somewhere in your living room or kitchen or whatever you are. We're not gonna need much space. So just plant your feet, take your socks off actually. Take your socks off so you can really feel the ground beneath you. Really stretch the toes, really stretch your feet. The intention is, or the feeling is, embracing the ground with your feet. And we have them in parallel position. Parallel position, it means forward. They're parallel to each other and they're facing forward. And we're just gonna sway from side to side, just gently swaying. And breathe in and out. And on the out breath, feel free to make sounds. Feel free to prolong the out breath. And to really let go of any tension, of any stress, of any worries. This is time for you now, here, to be with yourself and to show up for yourself. Okay, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger, this movement. Still swaying, still a little bit bigger. It's kind of like lifting and stepping. Lifting the feet slightly off the ground, not much, and stepping. We're going to expand this even more, step wider. And you can sway the upper body. Oh, and my speaker died. It's okay. So perfect. And just sway from side to side. And really like get into the pelvis. Get into the pelvis and move it. Circles. You can do circles. You can move it from side to side. Really enjoy that movement. Stretch the arms up. Really go into it. How does your pelvis want to move? Explore the movement of your pelvis. Where does it lead you? Where does it want to go? Really stretch. Use that movement of the pelvis as a guide to kind of lead your body on a little bit of a movement, a journey, stretching and getting into all the parts which you need to stretch. So we're gonna do this very gentle stretch. So we stretch up, and as we stretch, we kind of step to this side, and then when we stretch to the other side, we step to the other side. And really reaching upwards. And it's really interesting because you're reaching upwards, but at the same time your foot and your leg anchors you down. It's pulling down. Okay? So we're stretching in two opposite directions. Really stretching. Okay. Stimulate your body a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do simple spiraling. So again, we are in parallel position. And what we're going to do is we're going to let our hands and our arms lead us, and we're gonna, so this is gonna lead us in one direction, and we're gonna keep the head to be the last thing that's turning. So this is the last, and then our arms are leading us, and the head is the last thing which is turning. I hope this makes sense. So the head is the last thing which is turning. Okay. So nice spiral. So really kind of like dragging your upper body, dragging your head. The arms are kind of dragging everything. Everything is coming behind them. So your feet are firmly planted. Do this as fast or as slow as you need to. Some people find this kind of, if you do it too fast, you can get dizzy basically. So do it as fast or as slow as it's comfortable for you. So you keep doing that gently. And I want you to bring your attention to the energy, to the air, which you're immersed in. Okay? So become aware of the fact that you are moving the air as your body is moving in the air. So you're moving it with your hands, with your head, with your body, upper body. Become aware of the energy around you and within you, the energy you're immersed in. Okay, we're going to finish this gentle swing. We're going to take a little plie, just in parallel position as we are here. Just one and up, and then all the way down. If you can keep your feet on the ground, that's great. If not, go up on your, well, be on your toes, on your cushions. Okay. So really stay here, really elongate the neck, and use this as a stretch to the spine. You can put your hands behind your neck, this will help you. So if this position is too hard, you can open your legs a bit, and if this is too hard, just stay like that. Okay, you can see my feet, and just keep your hands on the floor, and just completely drop your upper body. Relax your head and your neck. Let gravity pull everything down and give you a stretch, so your tailbone is going in this direction towards the ground, and your head is going towards the ground as well, so you're being stretched in two directions. And you can rock gently here or sway And if you're in this position, just put your hands behind the neck and let that weight help the stretch. Okay, lovely. So from here, what we're going to do is put your hands on the floor, and if you can keep them on the floor, that's great. If not, you can come up. So I'll show you what we're doing. If you can keep them on the floor, that's wonderful. So we're just gonna straighten the legs as much as we can, okay? So if you can straighten them fully, that's great. If not, that's also great. So keep them wherever it's comfortable. So we're gonna do a few of these, okay? But give yourself a challenge. If you can't straighten your legs, push the pelvis up as much as you know when you feel nice stretch here in the hamstrings. This is the sign that you're doing this exercise, okay? Like, right, it's happening, something's stretching, okay? So keep your hands up, not up, on the floor, and just a few times down, up, down, up, down. So when you're in this position, make sure that your head is dropped down. Maybe you can think that the head is going towards the knees. If this is too difficult for you guys, you can lift your hands up off the floor. So if you're here and then you need to go here, that is totally fine, okay? But everything, the upper body, needs to be completely relaxed. So if you're here, make sure that you're again, your spine is stretching in two directions. The tailbone is going down, so you have kind of a little bit of a tucked feeling of the pelvis, and the top of the head is completely just like drawing you towards the ground. Okay, so we're going to do this 10 times, and off we go. So down and up, and don't forget to breathe. And on the last one, you can stay down and just sway your upper body from side to side. So if you're here, it's gonna look like this, okay? If you're further down, it's the same thing. Just completely relax your upper body and really enjoy this opening in the spine, in the hamstrings, in the back of the neck. Okay, and come to the middle and roll up. So bend your knees, the pelvis is leading down, and the head is the last thing which is coming up. Okay, and from here, we're just going to do a little tiny, I call this the anchoring exercise. I don't know what it's called, but it's a little bouncing. So plant your feet on the floor and just gently, like it's like this, like you're dropping, drop everything you can think of, energy, like dropping. So let's do it a little bit more dynamic. And work with the breath. Really work with the breath to really release. Okay? So think about the energy going into the earth, traveling from whatever it is, whatever you feel, any type of stuckness. Whether that's in your throat, in your heart, in your head, in your shoulders, in your belly, whatever it is, it's really traveling down towards the feet, and it's from the feet, it's entering the ground to be transmuted, to be turned into pure light and love and nourishing, beautiful energy which can hold us all. The earth can do that for us. So keep shaking. And you can make it bigger, so you can lift your heels now. Okay. Everything is really relaxed here. Just bouncing gently and really dropping all the energy down into the earth. Thinking, rather than thinking jumping up, you're thinking kind of lifting yourself up slightly and then dropping down. So it's downwards motion. Okay, really allow that lower back to be moved, to be shaken by this movement. So anything that you may be holding in your lower back or your belly, all of that is just completely relax, let it go, all of it, all of the tension. Let it go. Okay, so you can experiment with these movements, you can twist a little bit, or you can, whatever you want, whatever your body needs. Keep shaking, and make it a little bit bigger. So we're jumping now. We're kind of jumping off the ground. And we're landing in the same way with the same intention to let go, to surrender to the flow, to surrender to the change in our lives, to invite change, to invite more alignment, to free space for alignment, for aligned, graceful, easeful, joyful energy to enter, for full self-expression, for liberation of any constrictions, of any limiting beliefs, of any fears. Just let it go, let it go, let it go. So keep jumping, jump even higher, 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 as high as you can go. Woo. As high as you can go. Keep jumping. Move that stagnant energy and slow it down and make it smaller again until it completely subsides. So stay here, Take a few deep breaths in and out. Feeling how your body is in this moment. So we're going to do just a few very simple qigong moves. So from here, take your legs wider, a little bit wider apart. I want you to think about the pelvis being slightly tucked, not much, and then bending your knees in such a way that you feel like your pelvis is just being pulled down, and your shoulders and your neck and the top of the head is being pulled in the opposite direction, so you have a nice stretched and straight back spine. Okay, so from here we're gonna breathe in and breathe out, and breathe in and breathe out, and again breathe in. And you can imagine that you're drawing with the breath in the hands, you're drawing energy, you're drawing love, you're drawing healing from the earth, whatever you feel you need in this moment, you're drawing that. And then when you exhale, you're releasing and freeing space for that energy to enter. So when you're releasing, you don't even have to think what is it you're releasing, but you're releasing that which frees space for love, grace, joy, whatever it is you're inviting. And one last time. From here, we're going to take one arm up, palm is facing downwards. No, actually palm is facing up, and one arm here, aiming to be here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to gently turn around, and then we're going to swap the same movement to the other side. You can take the legs together here. And really breathe. I'll go a little bit further out so you can see what my hands are doing. My hands are doing this. And the arms are swapping. Really enjoy this movement. It's very fluid, it's very gentle, and it opens a lot of space in the heart area. Really expand your lungs. Make it as easeful, as graceful as you want. It's a continuous movement. There's no stop. You Always moving and extending and expanding. Okay, one last time. Wonderful. Take a deep breath. Bring the energy down to the original position we were. A few more of these. Up, breath in, and breathe out. So another flowing movement. So we're going to take our right arm or left, whatever, doesn't matter. So imagine there is you're in water to your chest. And imagine that your hands are just flowing on the surface of the water. And just making this, flowing, beautiful. Well, they're floating, that's it. Yeah, they're floating on the surface of the water. Kind of moving it gently, enjoying that contact. So, really enjoy this movement. Really use the breath here. So we are shifting the weight from one leg to the other as we turn around and we do this beautiful spiral shape. So it's always the elbow or the outside of the hand, the forearm, which is leading us. And a few more times. Easy and gentle, peaceful and graceful. The body moves and shifts the energy. Okay, one last time. And we're gonna come to the center. Up, exhale. So we're gonna hold this energy, whatever it is here in the dantian, or the tummy, the sacral chakra, the root chakra. And what we're going to do is we're going to rotate it to one side. We're going to rotate it, like to cleanse it. So I'm starting to the left. God, I don't know, to one side. So keep the intention rotating to one side to cleanse it. And then we're going to rotate it to the other side to charge it with whatever energy we want. And you can kind of gently sway the body as you go. Keep breathing. Completely surrender to that simple, wonderful move. You don't have to think about anything. You can just look around in your room or whatever you're doing this. And then we're going to reverse the circle. So we are starting to charge our energy. It's been cleansed. Now we're charging our dantian. Okay, and hold it up in the middle. We're gonna breathe deeply in and then down, anchoring it in our belly area. Getting nourishment from the earth, anchoring it into our belly, into our strength, into our core. Drawing energy and anchoring it one last time. Okay, 2 last exercises. So from here we're going to do up. From here our hands are going to go behind, brush our shoulders and neck and go forward and into the side and back, and we're going to brush the back of our legs all the way down to the ground. If you can keep your legs straight, that's great. If not, bend them so you can reach the ground. Brush your feet on top and then brush the ground, and then we're taking from, imagine that you're taking nourishment from the ground and you are brushing the inside of your legs. Here it's curved, we're curved. The last thing that is coming is the head. Okay, up, I mean. So, how does this make sense? So we are breathing in. This is where the arms are going, they're crossing behind. And then going around. So the intention here is to brush off the things, energy, thoughts, whatever it is, down to the earth. So the movement is behind, in front, the side to the back. Really press here into your lower back, brushing the back of your legs so the head is leading here, brushing the feet, and then the ground, anchoring that energy into the ground, and then taking nourishment, bending the knees if you haven't bent them. The tailbone is leading down, brushing all the way up, belly area, chest, neck, face, ears, and then we're going back again, the back of your head. You can give yourself a nice massage here. You don't have to keep your legs bent. By the way, I'm doing that so you can see what I'm doing with my hands. And up, releasing it, sharing it with the world, expressing yourself. So let's do this 5 times. Okay, so breathing in, ready to release and brush off all that energy which you do not need. Charging yourself with the energy which you would like. raising it in your body, raising your kundalini, letting it burst out, open. So you share and fully express yourself. One more time. Okay, last one. Okay, so from here you have a few options. You can do a gentle lunge forward, and here you're going to tuck your pelvis forward. You can keep your hands on the lower back, or the pelvis, the upper part of the pelvis. I'll show you how my hands are. My hands are like this. Okay? And I'm just gently pushing forward and opening this hip joint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely let my upper body just go backward and just really stretch that area. So really open the lower back. So we're not crunching it, we're not trying to bend and be more flexible. No, the opposite. We're pressing with the hands so we can press the pelvis away and create space in the lumbar spine. Okay, so it's not about bending and crunching, it's about opening space. So really let yourself go. This will open your hip a lot, by the way. So you don't have to bend that much. So really use the hands as a support, okay? Bend as much as you can. And just really stay there for a few seconds. Breathe. Come up. Change the leg. The same thing. Come up. So we're going to do this with straight legs now. If you can, if this is too scary, then you can go on your knees down and do the same thing. Just pushing up as much as you can and then letting the head and everything just relax. Okay, if you can do it standing, the same thing. Think about pelvis going forward, the hands are providing support and opening space in the lower back. The hip joints are being stretched. Yeah, okay, let's do it. Ready? We're gonna hold it just for 10 seconds, so it's not gonna be too much. So pushing the pelvis up and go. and up. And so if you're on your knees, stand up. We're gonna roll down, all the way down, head leading, as low as you can reach with straight legs, and just relax there. You can give yourself a little bit of a, encourage your head to go towards your knees. It doesn't have to be a very strong push. It could be just, putting your hands behind your neck. Okay, relax everything, and you can give yourself a little bit of a sway from side to side. Right. And up, roll up. The head is the last thing that goes up. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like, share, subscribe if you like this video. This really helps the channel grow. It helps what I do to reach more people, and I would really love that. I would love to help as many people as I can, if I can at all. So I encourage you to lie down after this practice. Lie on your back, just completely relaxed. Now, what I call star position, like open the legs and hands completely surrender to the floor beneath your body. And if you need more of a stretch, you can take one leg over, put the knee on the floor, and then turn in the other direction. Your arms in the other direction and your head in the other direction. And you can stay there as long as you want, and then you can do the same thing to the other side. And when you're ready, just go into your deep relaxation. Take a few minutes to completely surrender to the floor, to let go of everything, and to thank your body. Thank your body for allowing you to do all the things that you do, to experience and to feel all the things that you experience and feel. This beautiful vessel which carries you through life and allows you to exist here in this dimension. Okay, I'm going to let you to relax in your own time. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Light, blessings, and love to you all.